What is up YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Back Battles. Today we're using the Mega Kangaskhan Volcorona team once again with Mega Kangaskhan Volcorona, Tapu Fini, Kartana, Thunderous Incarnate, and Landis Fan. Let us get started. But oh man, I hope everyone was watching E3. I believe today was the last day of E3 if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's not. I do not remember, but if you haven't watched Nintendo's E3 announcements, which I'm pretty sure all of you, or at least most of you have, that was some insane stuff. I was definitely watching the E3 action, of course, and I didn't stream because I did want to catch up on the E3 stuff, as well as the fact that most people would be watching E3, so, you know, might as well just kick back, relax, and watch the new gaming news come out. And let me just say, there are a lot of cool announcements, especially the Smash stuff and the Nintendo Invitational, with the Smash Bros. Invitational and the Splatoon 2 World Championships, which were fantastic to watch. If you haven't watched that, go just pause this video right now and go watch it, as we find the first opponent from Mexico, 1579. But let me know, what was your favorite part about E3? What was your favorite announcement? Let me know in the comment section down below. But it looks like we're going against a pretty standard Gardevoir team for our first game, with Landis Fairing, Tapu Koko, Incineroar, Kartana, the Araquanid, and Gardevoir. So a little bit hard. It is definitely pretty hard. I don't know what I want to go here. I like Kangaskhan a lot. I like Kartana a lot here. Kartana does really well here. Volcorona and Landers also look pretty good, I think, for my 4. I think, what would I want to lead here? I think I could see Gardevoir and Incineroar leading against my team pretty easily. I'm thinking Kangaskhan Volcorona might just be a safe lead here, with Kartana and Landers in the back. Yeah, I think that'd be a pretty safe lead, because I think Kangaskhan Volcorona can set up. The only way my opponent could really threaten that is maybe with like a Tapu Koko Landers lead, and I could always just switch into my own Tapu Koko at that point. But yeah, let's get started and play some games. So I played some games with this team, and I'm just kind of actually stuck because I really don't know what I want to use on Kangaskhan. I've been debating about Sucker Punch and Ice Punch for a long time, which one I want to have. I think Ice Punch has definitely been the move that I would really want more, because I really find myself not clicking Sucker Punch with this team. But I don't know about Ice Punch, because sometimes I'll miss that Sucker Punch option. So we're going to see the Gardevoir and Incineroar lead as I anticipated here, as we will see my opponent trace the Scrappy here. Intimidate is going to come out from the Incineroar, and now not a bad spot, because I could just go for the fake out into Gardevoir. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be fake out into Volcorona, and I don't know, maybe Gardevoir switches out here. I could see Landers coming in potentially. I do want to try to get rid of the Gardevoir though. So you know what? I'm going to go for the fake out here into the Gardevoir, and I am just going to, I think, just attempt a Quiver Dance right here. I don't mind trading fake outs, because fake out chip on Gardevoir is actually pretty big, because the damage, even at -1, will still do a good amount because of the fact that I'm adamant, plus Gardevoir doesn't have the best defenses in the world. And 2 might put it in range of the Inferno Overdrive, which could be a really big factor in this game. So we'll find out, as we will see the Mega Evolutions come out from the Gardevoir and Kangaskhan. My Kangaskhan looks like it will be faster. We will get a fake out off into the Gardevoir slot, which does, as you can see, a decent amount there, doing about like 15-20%, as we get a fake out into the Volcorona, which again isn't too bad. Maybe I could went into Landers, but I didn't want to bait out my opponent, bring out Landers, because I'm pretty sure my opponent's not going to switch right here. Flare Blitz won't be able to knock out Volcorona. Let me see, fake out to 30. Flare Blitz would be about 4 times effective. I think Flare Blitz would barely miss the knockout. I feel like double targeting Gardevoir might be the best play. I don't want to because I do want to get rid of Gardevoir if possible. I'm not sure if you're going to protect here, because I feel like you would be like wanting to get Trick him up potentially. No protect coming out from the Gardevoirs. I do get a Flamethrower and a double edge off, which is fantastic. So I'm going to be able to knock out my opponent's Mega. Even if I lose the Volcorona right here, I don't feel like it's too bad for me, as get a little bit of chip into my Kangaskhan. As let's see what the Incineroar is going to go for. Actually, just go straight for the low kick, so I get to keep my Volcorona healthy. I'll definitely take that trade. I don't need health on Kangaskhan, which is pretty big here. So Kangaskhan gonna be weakened. Let's see what my opponent's gonna bring out next. Gonna be that Landers coming out, which is definitely okay by me. So I don't know if you're gonna Flare Blitz my Kangaskhan slot. I guess that would be the worst case scenario, I think, for me. I think right here I do want to double retreat here, since I think Kangaskhan with the fake out pressure is still valuable in this match. And I think if anything, I don't know if you would Flare Blitz my Kangaskhan. You could. I could also see you Flare Blitzing my Volcorona slot. I feel like if you want to predict anything, it would be a target into my... I could see Knockoff coming out too. I think I'm just going to hard switch for my Landorus as well as my Kartana, because Kartana, my main goal for Kartana was basically getting rid of Gardevoir. Since I already got rid of Gardevoir, it's not really too important, so I feel like even if I call this Flare Blitz wrong, it's not too bad. My Landorus stays pretty healthy, I think. So we'll see what my opponent decides to opt for. Probably a Rock Slide, and I would assume maybe a Knockoff or Flare Blitz coming out. I don't think he would Low Kick again. I think Feeny could be very obvious here. Good to see the Stone Edge actually come out from the Landorus, so not really doing much, as it's just another Low Kick. Okay, that is fine. As that does absolutely nothing, because Kartana is a light Pokemon. And right here, you're probably forced to switch out. Both your Pokemon are intimidated. Yeah, you're not in a really good spot here. I think I want to just Rock Slide Sacred Sword, get some chip damage onto whatever comes out here. I don't know if Incineroar is going to switch out, but I feel like Landorus would probably want to switch out more. But it looks like none are going to switch out. Landorus avoids the Rock Slide, but Incineroar does get hit, which is important because the Rock Slide and the Sacred Sword should be able to pick up the knockout. As we actually reveal it's a Hidden Power Landorus with HP Ice, it looks like. We'll be able to knock out my own Landorus, but I think I'm okay with that trade. It looks like it probably, I would assume, it's an Assault Vest Landorus, because it did switch up from Stone Edge to Hidden Power, so probably Assault Vest, I would assume. As we will get a Beast Boost with my Kartana, and my Kartana's looking pretty good in this match. Granted, I did lose my Landorus, which would have been pretty nice for an end game, but I think I'm pretty good. Kartana is going to be my opponent's last Pokemon. And at this point, with Volcorona pretty much very healthy, Assault Vest on my Kartana means I should be able to live anything from this Landorus, barring like a special Groundium Z, which I don't think my opponent's going to run. I think I could just go for the fake out on the Kartana and just go for a Leaf Blade into Landorus. Kartana going to detect, which is okay here. As, I don't know, can this Landorus even knock me out with Earth Power? I'm not exactly too sure, but I'm pretty sure +1 Adamant Kartana can knock out my opponent's Landorus. And yeah, you don't actually even knock me out with the Earth Power because of how specially defensive my Kangaskhan is. The Landorus survives with a little, which is actually, maybe I should just double up the Landorus at that point with Fake Out plus Sucker. But now Sucker Punch is actually coming in handy here because I can go for the Sucker Punch into the Landorus slot. And just a Sacred Sword into the Kartana. A Sucker Punch will come out, target down the Landorus, finish off the Landorus there. So Sucker Punch coming in clutch here for that little bit of damage that I need. A Sacred Sword going to come out and target my Kartana, which shouldn't KO. Yep. And I'll be able to fire a +1 Sacred Sword back, and this should probably bring it down to a Focus Sash, I would assume. Yep. And at this point, this game is sealed because of the fact that if you attack once, you're going to go down to my Sucker Punch. And yeah, there's nothing my opponent can do. If you don't attack, I just get the Sacred Sword off eventually and win the game. So my opponent's going to forfeit the match, and great. So basically worked out great as I was able to get rid of the Gardevoir turn 1. A little bit surprised, a little bit caught off guard by that special Landorus, but maybe I should have assumed it. Because let me see, my opponent's physical attackers, Incineroar, Araquanid, Rockrunnit, Kartana, and then having a physical Landorus with no ground immunity did kind of raise suspicions for a special Landorus. So maybe I should have thought about the special Landorus a little bit more. But then again, I think getting rid of Incineroar was just fine because getting rid of Incineroar, putting a chip damage range by that Rock Slide was pretty crucial, I feel like, for what I wanted to do with that Sacred Sword. My opponent really didn't have a switch in at that point, as we got Josh here as our next opponent, 60-43 rated player from Georgia, with the team of Metagross, Landorus, Fairy, Tapu Lele, Amoonguss, Gastrodon, and Rotom Heat. So, what exactly do I want to go here? Rotom Heat's a little bit hard to deal with. Volcarona is great in this matchup if I can set up properly. I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to set up though. 4 Pokemon I'm looking at. I think it would be Kangaskhan, Kartana, Tapu Fini, and Volcorona. Yeah, I would say it would be a combination of those four. I think I'm gonna lead Kangaskhan Kartana first. I really want to set up Volcorona though. I just don't know if my opponent allows me. Because I'm worried about Metagross leading and then Feeny coming in, and then it becomes a bit of a and then Lele coming out, which makes it a bit of a mess. And Kangaskhan, Kartana, Volcorona, Tapu Fini. Yeah, let's go with those four. It's gonna be interesting because of the fact I'm pretty sure you bring Metagross, I'm pretty sure you bring Tapu Lele. I think you have to bring the Rotom Heat or Landers, one of those two. I'm guessing the Landers would be Choice Scarf on this team. It's very common for the Landers to be Choice Scarf on this variant of team. And then what'd be in the back? Don't know if you would bring Gaston. I'm not sure if it's worth against Kartana and Volcorona. We're gonna see the Metagross Landers come out. Okay. Ooh boy. So there are two options my opponent can go for. One is gonna be there are a few options. One, you can hard switch out Landers, go out into the Lele and go for a Zen Headbutt, which I think my Kangaskhan should survive because of how bulky I am. But two, Landers could go ahead, just go for a superpower right away, which I'm not exactly sure my opponent would go for. I think the best play is just to double up the Lander slot with a Leaf Blade plus Double Edge. Because I think that'd be able to pick up the knockouts. We are going to see the switch out from the Landers. Here comes the Tapu Lele, which is okay, because if I'm able to get rid of the Tapu Lele, maybe I should Smart Strike instead. Although I think Leaf Blade plus Double Edge would have knocked out non-bulky Landers. I could have also doubled it out into Feeny here, which I was thinking of doing. I was like really considering it. But I feel like I'd rather have Feeny healthy in this matchup, because I feel like maybe Rotom might be in the back at this point. We will see the Metagross Mega Evolve here. We'll see if Kangaskhan can live his Zen Headbutt, since I am a pretty bulky Kangaskhan. But we'll see here. As we will see the Zen Headbutt fire off. Kangaskhan actually avoids, which is really unfortunate. I really want to see if I could live that with or without. Oh, and I crit the Lele. That's unfortunate. Because I get a Beast Boost, so now I'm back at neutral. And now I'm just going to get more chip on the Metagross. So I guess I couldn't have asked for a better turn. It looks like I was having some bad luck for the past couple of days playing Pokemon. But it looks like Karma's finally coming through with some luck on my side. Except I don't think I might not have needed it. As long as I got a Tapu Lele, I felt pretty good about my position, and I'm pretty sure Kangaskhan did live his Zen Headbutt, or if not, it's a roll in my favor immensely. We're gonna see the Rotom come out, which is fine at this point. Yeah, I might as well just chip the Rotom and get in my Feeny, I think. Because now I have Kangaskhan pretty healthy at this point. All I need is a Quiver Dance up, I feel like. If I get one Quiver Dance up, this game should be over. Of course, I just have to find myself in the position how. Of course, Feeny looks pretty good here with the Muddy Water ability, so we'll see what my opponent does. It could be a Willis coming out. It could be an Overheat coming out. Might even see an Ally Switch come out from the Rotom Heat, which definitely would be interesting, yet I don't feel like it would be too big in this game. Could be a Protect, but I don't think you would. Iron Head going to come out, target down my Metagross. I mean, my Kangaskhan here. And Kangaskhan going to flinch, which I don't really mind. Overheat's going to come out, which I am, again, completely okay with, as Feeny will be taking that like a champion. And now I don't think that Rotom's really going to fire off Overheats again. I'm pretty sure Kartana is a very safe play, and me just throwing off some Muddy Waters is okay here as well. I'm pretty sure the Rotom's forced to retreat maybe into the Landers, or if you want to go for a Thunderbolt, maybe Iron Head plus Thunderbolt would be able to knock out my Feeny. We'll find out. But we are going to see the Rotom Heat withdraw, because you want it for the Kartana just in case. Lander's going to come out, which I do not mind, because if I do get this Muddy Water off, I get quite a bit of chip damage onto my opponent's Pokemon, which I do not mind here. So, gonna see the Iron Head probably in the Feeny slot. Yep. You do get Muddy Water off, and it does connect with both Pokemon. Great. So this should do probably about 60% to the Landers. That looks like a Salvest Landers. Get an accuracy drop on the Metagross. And the Landers. Oh man, my luck is actually doing quite good here. Guess they place just a Leaf Blade, and I'm still going to fire off Muddy Waters. I don't think I need Feeny at this point. I want to pressure if my opponent never switches out. So I'll easily just go for a Leaf Blade plus Muddy Water. As we're going to see the Iron Head once again into Feeny. So Feeny is going to go down here, which I don't mind. So it's not Scarflanders. Okay, that's not what I expected. The U-turn going to come out. Oh, but my opponent misses the U-turn. Ah, that's unfortunate for my opponent. I think I could go Volcorona here. I want to figure out how I handle this end game. I'm going to go Volcorona here. I think I would draw Kartana into the Kangaskhan and I protect my Volcorona always here. This game's still a little bit difficult depending on what my opponent does. But right here, I do want Fake Out Pressure with my... Kangaskhan, so I can guarantee Volcorona safety here. Yeah, and I really don't think you target down the Kartana. Maybe if you superpower, but if you superpower, I think I'm still in an okay spot. We'll find out, but that does look like it's the Solvest Landers now. We are going to see the Landers retreat here into the Rotom, it looks like. So I'm actually in a pretty good position now. Because now I could probably just Quiver Dance pretty safely and fake out the Metagross now. And I don't have to worry about a flinch onto my Volcorona slot. As Volcorona will protect here. Then Headbutt going to fire off into Volk, yep. And now I can just go for the fake out into the Metagross slot, and a Quiver Dance is safe. Yeah, I'm looking pretty solid in this end game position. I feel like my opponent just hasn't caught a break today. Yeah, like my opponent really hasn't caught a break today. Alright, so Metagross is going to protect. Rotom, he might not protect, I think. It's probably just going to go for an attack here. Oh, my opponent actually double protects here, which I'm not exactly sure if that's the case you want because of the fact now I'm able to get the Quiver Dance up guaranteed, and I only needed one Quiver Dance to outspeed the Metagross. Mist disappears from the battlefield. I think I want to go for... I think Sucker into Metagross and Flamethrower is okay here into Rotom. I'm not sure if Sucker would knock out the Metagross. I could also Sucker the Rotom and Flamethrower because I'm worried about Ally Switch Rotom as I said before. So I think I'm just going to Flamethrower and Sucker Punch here. Looks like no Sucker Punch went off into the Rotom, which makes me wonder what's going for. I wonder if it has Thunder Wave or if it's actually like a Willow set. We will be able to knock out Metagross here. It is just Willow, okay. So Willow's going to go on in Kangaskhan, but at that point, I don't know. I feel like even with Willow's on the Kangaskhan, it's not really going to matter at this point because of the fact now the Landers comes in. I'm pretty convinced now my opponent doesn't actually have the Ally Switch. So I can probably just go for the Flamethrower into Landers and a Double Edge right here. Which I will go for. Go for the Double Edge, go for the Flamethrower. And yeah, since it's in Solvest Landers, I don't think you protect. Unless it's... yeah, because Revealed Protect, Will-O-Wisp, Overheat, and you would have to assume it's a Thunderbolt. I would highly think it would be Thunderbolt. So we knock out the Landers right here with the Flamethrower, and Double Edge is going to come out into the Rotom. Looks like my Kartana should outspeed the Rotom because my Kangaskhan outspeeds it. That's pretty bulky, but then again, I'm -1 and burned. We're going to see a Thunderbolt come out from the Rotom into the Kangaskhan slot. So Kangaskhan going to go down here, which I do not mind. I'm pretty sure I can just go Kartana, and I think I'm actually going to Quiver Dance and knock off. Because I don't know if Inferno Overdrive will knock out the Rotom at that range, and I'd rather not risk it, so I'd rather just go for a knockoff right here. One, I can find out the item on the opposing Rotom. Two, Quiver Dance just seems like a very safe play here. Then again, I could also protect Rotom and go for the knockoff. I think it would accomplish both things. At this rate, I think I have the game in the bag no matter what, as Rotom protects too. So that means I'm guaranteed this Inferno Overdrive into the Rotom slot. And that should 100% be able to finish off the Rotom. I would assume so, unless it's really especially defensive. I don't know if it can live this +2 Inferno Overdrive coming out from the Volcorona, but we'll find out. I'll go for Sacred Sword and mix it up. Go for the Inferno Overdrive into the Rotom Heat. Okay, I need to get my charger. That is not my charger. This is my charger. Inferno Overdrive will come out into the Rotom. So, yeah, quite a bit of unfortunate mishap for my opponent. I got pretty lucky there overall. In the game, the fact that my opponent went for the Zen Headbutt and missed turn 1. Of course, that is the risk what you are using for Psychic Terrain Zen Headbutt, and I know that feeling is very frustrating. Because I have definitely tried Lele Metagross before, and I really just dislike having that 90% chance. Especially if you use Metagross in 2017. Hitting Zen Headbutt never felt good. Like, having to use Zen Headbutt never felt good. Because I used Metagross a lot in 2017, and hitting Meteor Mashes and Zen Headbutts were one of the worst feelings. So don't feel really that great about how that game went, yet we still ended up pulling out through. And yeah, nice. So I think we'll go for one more game. I do think maybe I could have brought Landorus instead. I don't know, Landorus could have been definitely better for the end game, I feel like, because I never really got to set up the Volcarona the way I intended it to. Because at that point, I think if the Zen Headbutt did connect with Kangaskhan, I would live with a few HP, I'd get a double edge, but then I'd lose my Kangaskhan. And trading Kangaskhan for my opponent's Lele, I guess it wouldn't have been too bad, but I think I should have pulled the Feeny switch instead and went for the Smart Strike turn 1 if I did anticipate that. As we got Mark from the United States, New Jersey, 1686 rating. I think this is Master Mark. Looks like we got him again. Bring the team of Metagross, Incineroar, the Milotic, Kartana, Tapu Koko, and Landorus variants. So this is definitely going to be an interesting one. Definitely going to be an interesting one. What do I like here? I like Kangaskhan a lot here. Volcarona is pretty good if I can get the Quiver Dance up. I'm liking Kartana though. I'm also liking my Landorus a lot. I like a lot of my Pokemon here. I like 4 of them. Kangaskhan's good for Fake Out Pressure. Then again, there is Double Intimidate, which is a little bit. Let's see, Kangaskhan Thundurus maybe? Maybe Kangaskhan Thundurus. Definitely have Landorus in the back. I think Landorus is definitely useful in this game. I'm thinking about no Volcarona, which is weird. Which is definitely weird because I feel like it's still useful in this game. But I like Card a lot. Kangaskhan, Thundurus, Landorus, and then either Volcarona or Kartana. Let's go Cart. I'm gonna try out Cart here. I think Cart's decent in this matchup. Another answer to my Milotic is always good in case it gets a little bit out of hand and I lose my Thundurus early. Having another answer that can, I guess, take an electric type from Koko. Not that well, but decently well with my Assault Vest. We'll find out what happens here. And I don't like Volcarona because it can't really pivot in as much. We're gonna see the Landorus Kartana lead here, okay. Against my Kangaskhan plus Thundurus. We don't know what kind of Landorus this is. We don't know if it's Scarf or not. I could just go out into my own Landorus, which is definitely a factor I could do here. I don't know if my opponent's going to run Scarfmon. I feel like it might be Scarf Landorus. Although there's no ground immunity, so would it really be Scarf? I don't think it would, actually. I could see it being Z-Move Landorus or Z-Move Cart. I think I'm going to fire off the HP Ice here into Landorus and just go for a Fake Out into Kartana turn 1. I don't really want to play around with anything. I think this is just the best play overall. So let's see here. Because I do want to determine who is the fastest thing on the field. We're going to see the Kartana detect, so it's not Assault Vest Kartana, it looks like. Okay. And let's see what the Landorus goes for. If it's a Scarf Rock Slide, it's a U-turn. Okay. So just U-turns out, which is fine. We do confirm that this Landorus is Scarf, which is a little bit annoying, yet I don't feel like it's too bad. I would have liked to fake out HP Ice there turn 1, but I didn't want to risk Kartana going for a Tailwind, and that being like Z-Landorus going for Protect. So let's find out what my opponent is going to bring out. Gonna be the Tapu Koko, okay. So Tapu Koko going to be brought out here. Bring out the Electric Surge as I will go for the HP Ice into the Koko, which does put in range of -1 Earthquake, which isn't too bad for me. I feel like it's really obvious for my Kangaskhan to switch out into my Landorus. How much do I need Kangaskhan though? I really don't feel like I need it at all. I just feel like it's so obvious, that's why. You know what? I think the best play is for me to go out into my Landers here. For Thundurus, because I don't want to lose Thundurus. Thundurus is just so good against my opponent's team, I feel like. So I'll go out in my own Landers. This could be Z Tailwind from Kartana though. Which could, I guess, give me some troubles, but I don't think it'd be Z Tailwind. I think it'd be Z move on the Coco. Sucker Punch gonna come out into the Kartana here. And I don't mind if Kangaskhan goes down. I get a free switch into my Landers. So we're gonna see the Gigavolt Havoc here. Let's find out who it's targeting. If it's into my Thundurus, that's amazing for me. But if it's into my Kangaskhan, I guess it's not the worst case. Oh, it does target my Landers. Sweet. And Leaf Blade's going to come out into my Kangaskhan. Oh, that's probably the best turn I could have asked for. Because now I can just fire off. One, I could go for the Superpower in the Kartana, which I think would be pretty good here. Two, I could go for Superpower into Kartana and a Double Edge into Coco. I could get that damage off into my opponent's Landers. I feel like Coco should 100% switch out here. I don't know what Kartana does. I don't know if it detects or not. I'm going to go Thundurus, and I just don't want to put myself in a bad position against a Kartana, so I'm actually going to U-turn out myself. We are going to see the Coco withdraw, and I think that's Landers coming in. Yep. I don't know if Kartana's going to protect, though. So I will be able to U-turn out against the Landers, and I do get Kangaskhan in, and I can go for the fake out into Landers, and I don't know, maybe a Thunderbolt can knock out the Kartana, but I'm not exactly too sure. Let's find out what this Kartana is going to do, though. Detect. Perfect. That is absolutely perfect for me. Because I get to U-turn out into the Landers, I get my own Kangaskhan out here, I can go for a fake out into my opponent's Landers, and I think I can just throw off a Thunderbolt at this point into my opponent's Kartana. I think Thunderbolt might be able to knock out the Kartana, and even if it doesn't, it wouldn't be that bad of a position, I feel like, for me. So I'll bring out my Kangaskhan here, go for a Thunderbolt into the Kartana slot, and it is Life Orb Thunderbolt, so I think it might be able to pick up the knockout, and I'll just fake out the Landers. I don't want Rock Slide flinches happening, and Kartana knocks out my Kangaskhan, let's say, but the Kartana should be really low, and I can bring out my own Landers. We're going to see the Landers withdraw on my opponent's side, and Incineroar is going to come out. So it looks like my opponent didn't bring Metagross, or... yeah, they didn't bring Metagross at all, which I kind of expected, but jeez, I didn't think my opponent... okay, this is fine, though. Fake out into Incineroar. Good damage, and let's see if Thunderbolt can knock out the Kartana. If it does, absolutely huge turn here. Yeah, it does. Nice! Not crit. Nice. So I'm able to knock out the Kartana there. Life Orb Thundurus putting in so much work right now, like absolutely putting in so much work right now. As let's see what my opponent's going to bring out. It's going to be that Tapu Koko once again here. I don't know if you're going to Flare Blitz here. I wonder if you have HP Ice on the Koko. I'm curious. I don't think I revealed if I was Scarf Landers or not. I think going Kartana for the Thundurus slot and going on a Landorus is okay. Even if my opponent Flare Blitz my Thundurus, I feel like it wouldn't be too bad here. So we'll see what my opponent's going to do here, but I am going to double switch out. I don't think Kartana's really too valuable at this point. Kangaskhan's fake out pressure is nice, and Thundurus being healthy is still good, especially for my Landers who can spam Scarf Earthquake at this point and do a massive amount of damage to my opponent's team. So let's see what my opponent's going to go for, as it will be a Thunderbolt coming out into the Kangaskhan slot and a knockoff coming out into the Kartana slot, which is perfectly fine by me, as I basically got my Landers in freely, and now I can go for a Leaf Blade into Koko and probably just U-turn the Incineroar, or I could Superpower here, or I could Rock Slide if I really want to. I think Rock Slide's also a very fair play. I could also go for a knockoff here, because I really would like to get a knockoff into one of my opponent's slots here. And I think Incineroar wouldn't carry Protect. I think it's a very good point to just knock off here. I think I'm going to U-turn knock off the Incineroar slot, as Coco's going to retreat. Okay, so that's where the Scarf Landers is going to come out. But I don't feel like it's too bad for me even then, because I don't mind Kartana going down. Yeah, I really don't mind Kartana going down. At this point in the game, I will be able to get a U-turn off, and chip damage onto Incineroar, getting rid of its berry will put it in range of where my Rock Slide endgame could be a big factor here. So I'll just switch out my Landorus, go on to Kangaskhan once again. I'm pretty sure Flare Blitz is going to go out into my Kartana slot, but who knows. Knock off into the Incineroar slot, get rid of its berry or Assault Vest. It's Assault Vest, okay. Knock off going to come out again into my Kangaskhan slot. Ooh, that's pretty good for me actually. Yeah, that's pretty good for me because now I can go for a Fake Out plus Leaf Blade into the Landorus slot. Yeah. Don't see anything wrong stopping me. I should be able to knock out the Landorus or Coco at this point of the game. Yeah. I really like that because if I knock out the Coco, that means I have a decent time here. We're actually going to see the Incineroar switch out, and that's probably the Coco. Oh, if I get rid of Landorus right here with the Leaf Blade plus Fake Out, I should be able to win this game. And I still have Sucker Punch with my Kangaskhan in the back, so let's see what's coming out here. We will see a Fake Out go out into the Landorus slot. No reason not to do it. I got a KO no matter what because the Coco was low enough at that point. Leaf Blade will come out into the Landorus. Was I -1? I don't think I was. Oh, I got a crit. Was I -1? If not, I still had Sucker Punch as a threat, so my opponent would be hesitant to attack there. But getting that knockout onto Landorus, that's a huge... No, didn't I switch in? No, I switched in Kartana, right? I'm pretty sure I switched in Kartana. I don't think the crit... if I was -1, I think the crit mattered. If I wasn't, I'm pretty sure I was at neutral. That's why I was so hesitant on making that play, right? Well, not hesitant, like why I was so aggressive. Oh no, I was -1. Well, I still had Sucker Punch, and either way, his team is already in range of Rock Slide at that point, I feel like. So either way, I was still in a pretty good position, regardless. But yeah, now I can go for what? I mean, at this point, Landorus wins the game, regardless. Regardless of what I do, Landorus wins the game. So I just have to wait till my Landorus gets a free switch, and Fake Out going to go out into Kartana, as we're going to see a Dazzling Gleam come out. Does this even knock out Kangaskhan? No, I don't think it does. Nope. We'll be able to get a Double Edge off into Incineroar. And yeah, like Kangaskhan faints, I get to go Landorus, switch out on my Thundurus and click Earthquake. That would be game. No matter what, I still think my opponent was pretty down in that situation regardless. I don't think my opponent would have been able to win the game regardless because of my Scarf Landorus in the back. Should have still been able to clean up this end game pretty easily unless my opponent got really lucky, I feel like. So yeah, I'm going to go switch out Kartana, go out into my Thundurus here, and just click Earthquake at this point. There's nothing stopping me at this point from just clicking Earthquake. So, withdraw Kartana, go on to Landorus. I mean, go out on Thundurus, get an Earthquake off, finish up this game. And yeah, Scarf Landorus pulling in clutch for the endgame, which is exactly what I felt like would be my endgame situation. I think Scarf Landorus was just pretty strong against my opponent's team in general, especially with 3 ground weaknesses, and only immunity I think was that Landorus we saw, and KOing Landorus was absolutely huge. Maybe I should have went for the knockoff. I think if I went for knockoff instead of Leaf Blade, if I realized I was at -1, I think would have been better because of the fact I would have been able to get rid of that Choice Scarf. I didn't have to rely on my opponent getting Rock Slide flinches onto my own Landorus, maybe winning speed ties, or if it was Jolly Landorus, I didn't have to risk that yet. Yeah, I probably should have checked my stats before that, but hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. If you did like it, please leave a like down below, and if you want to go check out Mark, he does stream a lot, and I'll link his stuff in the description down below. If you want to check out some late night VGC streams, he does it a lot, so highly recommend go check him out. But otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. You can check out the pacement of this team down below. I know I've been missing a few episodes lately. I had to take some personal days off because it's a little bit tiresome to play every single day. It just really is. I think I do need a break once in a while, but I will be making those episodes up sometime this week. Look forward to double uploads to make up for the missing episodes. So keep your eyes out for that. Make sure you don't miss a single episode of the action. But you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the side series, all that good stuff will be linked in the description down below. And of course, follow me on my Twitch channel where where I've been streaming often, and I will be streaming more often, including this weekend's International Challenge, which I will be live streaming on Twitch once again. So if you do want to see more VGC content and action, go check it out down below. And feel free to leave a comment as I do read them. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much it for me. Have a great day, people. And until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.